More than 100 active wildfires are burning in British Columbia right now, with a number of them classified as out of control. Help from outside of the province is pouring in, with hundreds of firefighters and wildfire personnel arriving from as far away as Mexico and Costa Rica, and as close by as Yukon and Alberta. Now, for more on the response by BC's direct neighbor to the east, let's bring in Charbonneau with Alberta Forestry and Parks. Carolyn, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so when we talk about resources being deployed by Alberta to British Columbia, what exactly does that mean? I mean, what kind of personnel and equipment is being shared right now?
As of this morning, we've submitted 226 firefighters, as well as 45 support staff, which include an incident management team. But we've also deployed 2 air tankers, 4 Helitankers, and 2 additional helicopters to help with wildfire operations.
And so how does that process of deployment work? I assume there's interprovincial communication between the different wildfire agencies. But Carolyn, is there a sort of checklist to go through? For example, whoever is closer and perhaps has the most available resources, does that mean they're deployed first?
Absolutely, yes. And we've been doing this for many, many years. So the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Center is the agency that that the provinces, territories, or even out of country may request assistance from the Canadian agencies. And so once this request goes in, they will submit to all the provinces and territories. Wildfire behavior specialists, as well as wildfire managers, will review current and forecasted conditions, as well as available resources. And from there, they'll make the decision if it's safe, because we want to make sure that we retain enough contingent firefighters and aircraft and air tankers to respond to new wildfires. And so luckily, in Alberta, the fire season has been slower, and we've been able to deploy a lot of resources.
Well, I want to ask you about that, Carolyn, because what kind of impact does deploying resources to other places like British Columbia, what kind of impact does that have on Alberta's ability to fight its own wildfires?
Yeah, and so like I said, we make sure to review current and forecasted conditions. As of right now, we've had significant rainfall, and we're expecting more rainfall later this week and cooler temperatures. It's been a little bit higher temperatures, higher fire danger in southern Alberta, but we retain enough firefighters to attack any new wildfires in the province.
And of course, Alberta is no stranger to fighting wildfires. What do you think the province brings to the wildfire fight in British Columbia right now that is really benefiting that situation the most?
Every Canadian wildland firefighter and any outside resources that we bring into the country is highly trained. We also have all adopted the incident command system. And so this system is designed standardized. And so every agency can just seamlessly work together because they all know their roles and their responsibilities. And so it's a very efficient system that we all work together. But yeah, our firefighters are very well trained, and they're also used to working in British Columbia.
And Carolyn, is there a timeline for the crews that have been deployed? For example, this morning, do we know when they'll be returning, or is it sort of an open-ended date here?
No, they generally are deployed for 14 to 21 days. That's general deployment. It helps with planning and fatigue management and all those things. So.
And did you get a chance to speak with anyone before they headed out? How are they feeling? What's the sentiment right now?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of our firefighters are coming from our forest areas, and they're so happy to reciprocate the help. We have had a very significant wildfire season the last few years, and so we have seen many of these agencies help us, and so we're just happy to return the favor.
Well, it's such a vast country, as we know, but I'm sure it's a very small community when it comes down to the wildfire fight and the personnel within it. Carolyn, thank you so much for joining us today and for your insights. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
That is Carolyn Charbonneau with Alberta Forestry and Parks.